What about now? Do you guys still hear me double? Is my question. Are you guys still getting blasted by two of my voice? Okay, cool. So yeah, I think that theoretically, what should happen now is that the recording should like. So I'm gonna start playing the music again. The recording. So you guys should hear the music, correct? You can hear it. Why does it keep pausing? Why do you keep pausing? What the fuck is happening right now? Why? Yeah, I remember. Why are you pausing? For what fucking purpose? Why are you pausing? I'm gonna restart it, see if that. Because before it went like a full like minute just chilling. Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah. I'm always glad whenever projects like that pop off. If I do Kickstarters, usually because like not because I want like stuff from it per se, but because I'm just interested in the project itself. Yeah, indeed. Anyways, real quick, Dashes. You can hear the music though, right? Currently. Okay, cool. So if you can't hear double of me, but you can hear the music, that tells me I did it right. Because theoretically, what should be happening right now is that the stream is taking audio track one, which is just it's all my desktop audio, and then the recording is taking from track two, which should mean it's just gonna be my microphone currently. The song doesn't say that nobody started the fire. It's just saying that we didn't start the fire. Very different. We didn't start the fire. I'm stupid. I'm finishing something right now. I do. I was thinking just now that like the game audio isn't ever gonna get caught. Hold on. All right. I think I fixed it. The one thing that the recording will never catch is Discord audio, but uh, I get there when I get there, you know? Anyways, so yes, now I've got an extra voice input thing. I'm messing with audio. I'm a real streamer. All right, I'm here. I forgot that Sir Yes flipped me upside down. 1 second. Dude, it was so funny. Cause I tapped into a Aether stream when we're doing Code Vein, and like fucking at the beginning of the Code Vein stream, they're essentially trying to turn me into a fucking like office pet or some shit. I was like, bruh. But anyways, hold on. But like the way that she was doing it, she was like grabbing my model and like tilting it slightly and just making it walk across the screen. That shit was so funny. How you doing, Dashes, by the way? Dude, it's like really cold recently. And by recently, I mean like now, and like bruh, I hate it. Hi, welcome to Krita. That's snipping? Or is that sniping? Or is it both? Are you so good? Are you so good at sniping that you're good at snipping? Also, this is a barnacle from the one game. I'm making up bullshit, by the way. Because oh, hell yeah, that's more than me. Anyways, because all I have to go off of the barnacle is the fact that they act similar to mushrooms, I've decided to treat them as such, and now we have the anatomy of a barnacle right here. I don't think I missed anything. Anything important, at least. Let me open up the main barnacle. This all started from just this, and I was like, yeah, like, I'll just keep it like this, call it good, you know, whatever. And then as I was writing out the descriptions and stuff like that for the notes that I've been taking, which are it's gonna be the lore channel, I was like, you know what would go so hard? The anatomy of this shit. So then I got this page, and then I also have this other page, Barnacle 3. And I don't know what to do with this page. It feels very empty so far. Shit yourself. Anyways, yeah, so in theory, you guys should be able to play just about any song and I will not get shot. That felt like it skipped forward. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because it adds character at that point. All right. And yeah, because like as you can see, like I tried really hard to make it seem like, yeah, right. That was a Lunite edition, the coffee stain. But like it, I don't know if you can see it from whatever you are or whatever. But like, look how like the smudges all over it. The way. Why? Why did it stop? Is it because I was talking for? No, because I've been talking the whole. What? Fucking whatever, dog. Can I like lower the quality or some shit to ensure that it's just fucking going the whole time? Fuck it, 144p. Hi, Codex. Anyways, so the way that I managed to like, fuck you, Code. What is that? Bloom badge, level 1. Huh. Bruh. Anyways, so the way that I decided where to put all the smudges and stuff is as I was drawing it, whenever I went to like, cause like the way I see it is that my character would try to. What the fuck? It like, what is happening? Whatever. Alright, well, but anyways, so like, so the way that I think my character would do it is from left to right, because that way, because I'm right-handed, that would leave the least amount of smudges across the paper. But then like all the writing and stuff. What? Whatever you're saying. Man, because like all the extra writing and stuff, I placed my hand where the writing would be happening, and then I like lifted it, and then I just went to go do the smudges there. Example, like the grabbable and the barnacle thing. My hand is like all over the thing, but I obviously wouldn't keep it all over the thing. I would like try to like twist it a little bit, which is why it's like only in this like center area where all the smudges are. As an example, and then all of them have some sort of smudging all over. Although it's like example like this one's a lot milder. It's only in a couple of spots because there's just a lot more empty space in this one. This one, it's in a lot more spots because of how much extra stuff there is that I would be adding afterwards. And I don't know if you noticed, but the coffee stain gets not as stained as you go through. Because, again, I put a lot of thought into these things, by the way. Anyways, but back to writing a grabbable and then fucking scratching it out. 1 second. Fuck. I forgot that that's part of text. Actually, let me just delete everything. It's good enough. Justifying for the sin. I don't even drink coffee, so technically speaking, that's not even like because of me, by the way. Just let it be known. Does that look better? Does that look better? Does that have more of a vibe? Or is that scratch like too goofy? I've put a lot of thought into this, just so you know. And this is just the barnacle. I haven't gotten to anything else. Like, one thing I do want to do is I did start on the blood bug. Let me open it. It's like really low poly, like really ass. That the barnacle started essentially that same quality as this. Just kind of the barnacle was just like the barnacle was essentially just like this. Was essentially just this, with like a bunch of holes all over it. And it was like bad, but that was intentional. It's for me to like know how I'm supposed to like go about it. Why does it keep doing that? So I'm correct on the wrong one. Okay. That's true. That's valid. I would have more than likely like arrived at that same conclusion after staring at it for long enough. I appreciate the yeah. But yeah, that is factual. That is exactly how it would go, because I would have made, in theory, I would have made a line. And then like made the mistake, because the line is to guide where my writing is gonna go. Perfect. Where's my mouse? I'm very excited for the 2 songs I added to the playlist. Pop up. But anyways. Perfect. I mean, also, all of this is written in pencil, so I don't know if I would realistically have an eraser with me, because it's just like graphite. In the case of an eraser, what I'll probably do is like smudge it like this, and then like do like the way that I actually like the rest of it smudges, like that, and then like draw it again, because that looks like a Why? Am I doing that? I can't tell if that's me doing that. Shouldn't be, because there's nothing being pressed anywhere. Okay, but the erasing at the end like barely ever works. Dude, fair. Valid. 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 That's factual. Cause look at me. Look at this shit. You know? Anyway, yeah, I'll look at like a blood bug and properly draw this at some point. What I want to do is I want to get enough drawings out to like open up the lore channel today, which is what this is for. Or, all right, you guys decide what I'm gonna do. Either I draw schematics for my other models. As an example, like the maid one would have a schematic for the little broom, because that's supposed to be a hidden blade type thing. Because since it's a holy shit, that was loud. What about what about the roaches? Oh yeah. No, I mean, I forgot about that. But yeah, like, I mean, at some point, like, let's say, okay, so like, let's say I'm doing the roaches. Pretend it's a roach, real quick, right? Like, like at some point, I'll probably like draw a roach like halfway, and just fucking do some shit like that, and just fucking, you know? And it's like, yeah, that's what the fuck. That would probably like chances are that in the first page of the roaches, I would just have like a bunch of these, and then like, I mean, the roaches are built more like a Dorito, like Bart usually says, and then like this one would be like shiny or something, you know, and this one would be like shiny, and this one would be like green, you know, it looks like pizza. I'm gonna look at an image of the roaches and actually probably try to do my best to like properly like copy it exactly as it is. So I think that they have like they are segmented in some, but anyways, and because example, like underneath this picture, once I finish all of them, which I think finally I'm fine with how all these like look. This is the one that like feels the most empty, but I think it's fine. But anyways, once I like do it or whatever, like this is the opening picture of it, and this is gonna be the picture that you see, because it's gonna be a thread. Fuck, what are they called again? The shit that's like just threads. It's a text channel, but it's just threads. And each one's gonna have like its own entry. So, for example, like one thread is just gotta be notes barnacle, and there's gonna be like the image for it that you can see from like the outside or whatever. And then it's like, yeah, so that's a barnacle. You click in it, and then it's gonna be like this image, and it's gonna be like a paragraph, and there's gonna be this image, and there's gonna be another paragraph or two, and there's gonna be this image, and then just more writing. Forum, yeah, that one, the forum. But anyway, so like that's why I'm planning on splitting it currently. And that's I think that's, yeah, because they asked what I should name like the lore channel or whatever. It's because of that, or not what should name the lore channel, but what I should like mark as the things that are a part of like the lore versus the things that are part of like my characters versus the things that are part of like the notes and stuff. And for example, like the white knuckle, it's got a tag for white knuckle, and whenever you go to the white knuckle tags, then you'll be able to see like the barnacle, the blood bugs, whatever the fuck, right? And then you click on the barnacle to be just, you know, this image, and then again a fucking paragraph about like probably a visual description of it, and probably like where you find it and stuff like that. Then it gets like this image, which is the anatomy of a barnacle. Also all of this made up, just so you know. The only thing I have to go off of for the barnacle is the fact that they get pollinated and they produce spores. That's it. It don't say shit else. So anyways, like under the anatomy, I'm probably gonna just have like different, like what all of these do for the barnacle or some shit. And then this last one's like the insides of a temple. Like here's a close-up of the tendrils, right? And then there's the inside of the tendrils. And then here's like whenever the spikes are hidden away, and then ones are protruding, and then what the spikes look like up close, and you know, describe like what all these things do, and etc, etc. Blood bug gotta be much of the same. It's gotta be just kind of this. I'm running out of air. Anyways, the blood bug is gonna be just kind of this, and then like, you know, brief description of where you find them, what they look like, etc, etc. And it's gotta be like they'll only, because the blood bugs, they don't got much going on like the barnacle did. The barnacle's got a lot of bullshit going on, but the blood bug's like fucking whatever. So it's probably just gonna be a second page, which is like here's like a blood bug split in half for the anatomy of the blood bug, and it's like, oh, there's like how they go about things. And it's just gonna be the blood bug entry, and I'm gonna have an entry for every single enemy or every single entity that I can think of for white knuckle. The mass is probably not gonna get one unless I do something for like white knuckle as a whole, because the mass, aka the fucking gloop that like consumes you in these silos and it's like the fucking fog. But like, because to me it's like I don't know. It would make sense to mention it, but I don't think it should have its own entry because I just don't know anything about it other than it just kills you. You know? So if I am to mention it, I would probably either mention it in the entry for the barnacles since they show up in the silo and then that thing is also in the silo. Or I'm gonna do an entry for like White Knuckle in general, talking about the biomes, and then within talking about the biomes, I'm gonna have like a little mention of it or something. But anyways, I was gonna ask you guys about what I should do because I don't know. And now, what I should do, as in, because I have a couple of things that I can think of doing, right? As an example, because I mentioned earlier schematics, because I want to write some of the lore for the different models that I have, since all of them are supposed to be alternate versions of me from different dimensions. And then, like all of them, because I already started drawing something for the barnacles, I want to have an extra drawing, or like I want to have at least one drawing of everything. So as an example, like I've said as an example about 18 fucking times. The automaton, I want to have like, you know, a blueprint for the automaton where it's like, yeah, you fucking, here's sprocket number 15. I'll probably just look at the automaton just and then like in my mind just take it apart like, yes, like here's fucking, like once you remove all the plates it looks like this or something, and it's like next to that it's gonna be fucking like a pressure gauge with like all the piping and what it do and shit like that. Like I want to do that for all the characters. The maid's gonna have schematics on how to make the fucking this thing. What do they remind you of? I'm curious. Dude, it's so like I constantly have to piss because it's cold and I hate it because I drink too much fucking water. Hardcore Henry. That sounds familiar. Let me look it up real quick. So it sounds familiar, so I'm pretty sure I have encountered it before. I just don't know if I've ever like actually seen it. Nah, I've never seen it. So Jesus Christ. From what I can tell, Hardcore Henry is like a super bloody action movie. First person movie, that's interesting. But it's bloody but not gory. Like I don't see any like innards or anything like that, but it's just dudes getting hurt. Also, Lamau. I'm assuming it's a good thing. But anyways. So yeah, so I could work on like at least one schematic. The one that I'm gonna have the most difficult time trying to explain is probably gonna be Casino, because I want that one to be multiple like casino fixtures. Interesting. That's funny. Like the most difficult one to explain is gonna be Casino. Missed one. Since this one's like why? That's goofy as hell. The fact, do they acknowledge that there are different characters? Like, did they call them that? Or something adjacent? Like different U's? And as they, make more models as time goes on, then all of them are also gonna get some schematic about them. So it's either I work on schematics, or I work on my panels on redoing them. Because currently I've got, I think, 4 total panels. And so I made them. Surprise, surprise, the guy that's made everything about his fucking shit made those ones too. Why? You can see everything, right? Because Twitch is also being stupid. Where the fuck is... How do I... Channel real quick. Yeah, they got my old model back when I only used 2 colors instead of 3. That's funny. I gotta redo my panels severely. This shit is like so ass. That's fucking loud. A grenade a day keeps the enemy at bay. This looks like a COD map. This looks like the most fun, like, airsoft fucking map, by the way. I love, like, ruined urban sectors for, like, paintball. It's just cool. This was a fucking COD movie. Like, remember, no Russian. When I said movie, I meant, like, level. Also, it looks so, like, low quality, by the way. This looks like it was just, like, a couple guys with, like, a camera. And a bit of trickery. Oh! The fucking inside of the scope is moving, but the outside isn't. This looks so low quality. It's so... What the fuck? Whose mans is that? What he get? What was he the band for? You already let go of the fuck... I'm so confused. Kind of based, honestly. That was confusing. I see. That makes sense. From what you've been saying, that makes sense. Lamau. A grenade a day keeps the enemy at bay. I mean, to be fair, that's... Yeah, like, I see it. Cause, like, you know, here we have, like, the regular one. It's got the iconic turtle shape. And then it's just made a different fit, basically. But like a little bit of a different, like, physics to it or whatever. And the casino is the same. It's always the same, like, general shape with just other shit going on. So like I see it. They're different enough. They're the same. They're similar enough that it's still me no matter what, especially because it's got my voice behind it, but they're different enough that they might as well be different people. Also, Military Jimmy's fucking hilarious. He's like, don't touch that. The gun's mine. Like, bro, get there faster. Anyways, so Dashes. Since you're the only one here at the moment that I can see, Willow's probably at work. Willow's definitely at work, not probably at work. I know his ass is at work. So should I draw schematics? Or should I draw the panels? I don't know why I did a capital I in the fucking middle of the sentences. Don't ask me. Because I have an idea for the panels. What? What makes sense? Like, what makes sense when I said what that makes sense is the fact that they remind me of Jimmy. Because my models are similar enough that it's still like me behind it. It's the personality never changes, the voice never changes, etc., whatever. But they all look different, but still kind of close or whatever. And like you said, I hot swap between them. So, oh, I mean, it doesn't really matter because I want to get all of these done at some point, anyways. The only thing that would change is that because I told Bard that once I redid my panels, I would actually like put into the donation thing, which I still don't know why she wants to donate. There's literally no bonus to it. I'm not gonna make any more content. It's still gonna work. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but I think I did say that if I ever made enough money from this to turn this into like my full-time job, which I would never do, by the way. As soon as it loses the hobbiness about it, then it like loses quality in my opinion. But even in the case that I could, I still wouldn't. But anyways, so the panels, so in the change of the panels, what it would change is whenever you go to my channel, if you were to scroll down in the about section, it's just what that would look like. And what I would change for this one, I have to like redo a lot of the like a lot of the writing. There's a lot of writing here. I could cut this down for sure. But then like the one thing I do want to do with I forgot to name the fucking follower go arbitrary number go up. What the fuck? You guys have given me 447 bits since when? What? Anyways, that's the point. So what I'm gonna do for the panels is something that I saw someone else do, and that shit was like so fucking cool. Interesting. Why do you say that? I'm curious. Because the schematics. That's fair. Oh yeah. So as one thing that I do want, like one major thing about the panels that I'm gonna change. So the vibe of them completely, I want to overhaul, which is instead of making them just look like that, where it's just a bunch of text or whatever, I want to grab 6-ish images. Why? I'm curious. Like, again, I'm just curious as to your reasoning. I'm down doing schematics. Lamau. Huh. I did not know that. That's actually kind of cool. But anyways, okay, I'll do the schematics. Pick a character, Dashes, and I'll keep yapping out the panels afterwards. Because then this lore is also gotta be written in the way that, like, my character, because I have not explained my lore at all, huh? Well, I've explained to like 2 or 3 people, but I've not like really talked about it in the fucking slightest. Is the chat in the screen? I wasn't even paying attention. I'm hoping it is. Oh, I fucked up something. Oh, never mind, fix it. Oh, that's right, because it's art. I usually have I was having the fucking this thing. There. I see. That's fair and valid. It's like because in game deving, it's pretty similar to just something, because like the one thing that you want to pour the most work on, the most experience you have, like stuff like the one thing that you want to make sure is fucking perfect is whatever the player is gonna be messing with the most of the time. And that usually will be like the opener. As an example, like let's say you're making a platforming game. Well, you want like the movement to be good or whatever, but you want the level design of the first, like the level design of the first level that the player encounters will make the rest of the game for them. If that first level is ass, you're cooked. They're not gonna go to level 2. Level 2 still has to be good, but it doesn't have to be as stellar as the first one. It's like mechanics and stuff like that as well. Like if like in Borderlands, let's say, something that player's always looking at would be the UI. So you probably want to make that last to ensure that the UI fits with everything else. That this is valid. This is good and valid and good. Anyways, pick a character, Dashes. Any of them. I'll finagle my way through afterwards. This is an example, like, if it's made, then the schematics are gonna be about the fucking this thing. Because it's the only thing I have to, like, draw for. If it's the automaton, it's gonna be about the automaton itself. I'm gonna crack it open. Interesting. Well, I mean, you already know my audience. Like, they, for the most part, they show up for just when they want to show up for the specific things that they want to show. That's honestly so valid. Fair enough. But yeah, like, they show up whenever they want to show up, which is fine. Like, a hermit lurks usually, unless it's like Runa or something like that. Codex often either lurks or shows up and then leaves. Bard will show up and leave 10 minutes after. Why Automaton? Automaton's my latest one. I was also thinking I should probably split. Because currently I have like one master file for all of them. But I should probably split them all so I can just mess with them individually. Yeah, it's the one that would I mean, so is Casino. Casino's also a machine. But out of all of them, Automaton's the most likely one to have schematics. Because it's like an actual like build. So what you're saying is, if Automaton should be left to last, because unironically still probably gotta be the most complex one given how much bullshit I'm probably gonna have to put into the paper. Since it is made of it's made of different metals, it has a purpose of a walking boiler. Or something. Like there's gonna be a lot more to Automaton when it comes to like drawing. And the maid, like you said, even though it's probably the easiest one, it would be done like fucking an hour from now. It's also, it's iconic. And you know, I can't just be dissecting the maid without that goofies here. Plus, like the schematic for the maid isn't gonna be the maid anyways. But however, so that leaves Casino. Casino being. And that's okay, because I did think about having. I don't. Not yet. I want to make a Helldivers-esque one with like where the whole like most of the faces either a mask or something of that sort. Different from this. And I still got to do the Pompadour like greaser look. But they'll show up when they show up. For now, because Casino works. Casino is fine. Let me just go find it real quick. Character PNGs, spooks. Cause I made it for Halloween for some reason. I need to like look at it. The flag? What flag? Oh, the Super Earth. Or, I mean, cause like, I don't know if I would, cause like the one thing about the characters, as a general thing, also let me just close out all the barnacles and stuff like that. Yeah, Bloodbug I'll do on my own time. But the one thing about all the characters is that, like, they all have like a touch of like me on them. You know what I'm talking about? From the turtle with the kanji of Kame. The maid's god. The maid is actually the one that's like... It's pure... True! I mean, the maid has the duster. Why? But anyways, what I was gonna say is like, the automaton. Okay, now that I think about it, the only two that have something that's like me on them are the casino and my regular character. My regular character having the turtle with the kanji kame, which is turtle, and then the casino having the boundary of turds, which has become it's unofficially become the official symbol of the channel. I haven't said it is, and I'm not gonna say it is in case I, come up with something better that best describes me. But for all intents and purposes, it describes me. And then Automaton doesn't have anything that particularly screams me. I might put it like in the what the fuck? Anyways, I might put it in like the glass. I want to see if I can like make it so. Oh no, I can make, yeah, because I can put the symbol inside the glass for Automaton, and then whenever it lights up, aka whenever I speak, it could show up by just having a little bit of image trickery. And then Maid, I think Maid, because of the purpose of Maid, it's fine that way. And I can add the symbol to the fucking duster in post. As in like when I draw a schematic for the duster, I can have the turd symbol somewhere in there. But anyways, for the Helldivers one, instead of using the Super Earth flag, like it would probably be a flag with that symbol on it, because it's me, It's a me, the brains of the operation, or something. Anyways. I just now remembered that it's not look like this at all. Yeah, I was trying to just do a big version of it, but I think keeping it small like that is probably for the best. Fuck. That was a good one too. I finished the column mission today, pretty light work. I think I missed all of 15 stock, but I might have to sign next by next week. How big are the things? They're pretty big, right? Yeah. The thing is that one thing that I've had a lot of trouble with when it, because like example, like the maids, that's light work. They're assassins. They're cleaners. Whatever. The automaton does light work. He got made by an evil scientist or some shit. You know. Honestly, the automaton, the only thing with the automaton is that I gotta incorporate the whole like PSI thing to it, which means that it's either an engine or a boiler of some sort. It is something that pushes gas through. So that's like fine or whatever. This guy I'm staring at right now, I cooked too hard. You know? I cooked way too hard. I don't know what to make of him. I also don't know how to like, cause like I could split like the different parts of Homie, right? And like, you know, like this right here is a card table, some cheetah too hard to see. That's a funny ass fate. It's just Cuphead, but instead of Satan is fucking ghosts. Also, when I put the square around this shit, it just looks like a face. And like, I'm more than confident that like the reason why this looks like a card table and this doesn't is because of the coloring. I did make it for Halloween, you're right. That's why it's in the spooks folder, in a similar way to how I have the hockey mask one, which the hockey mask, it's just my character but dressed up. Anyways, see, like I'm so confident that the reason why this doesn't look like a table, like a card table, and this does, even though it's more or less the same size. Looks like a face, is because... Why? Anyways, it's because of the coloring. Like, if I made it yellow, it would probably actually look like it. Yellow and green. What up? What if I... This top one. I also curve it. Still just looks like a face. How it goes. So like what are all the when you say massive, how massive? Because I also don't, because like I don't know what the canonical size for this guy is. Because I drew him using the skeleton of Homie. Oh, you're cooking. You're cooking, Dashes. The cooking it. You see this while you're on payroll? Let me look at a casino card table real quick. Is that a blackjack table? I think it's a blackjack table. Yeah, it's a blackjack table. Wait, can you? Pokies. What? Why? Also, ads are about to start soon, which means that I will pause. As soon as I pause, I will be going to the bathroom. But anyways. Okay, so for now, let's keep that one there. Right? A blackjack card table has the shape of such. That's interesting. I also see why you call them pokies now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up to 9 different players. Oh man, I should probably just draw these things first. If the ads have started, I cannot see them. Yeah, it's just 3 on each side. And then it'll be like, boom, card table. Oh, I see the word ad in the thingy. I will be back. Give it. Makes me want to use the bathroom. It's stupid. I'm back. I see that music paused. I don't think I paused it. But I came back to it paused at the specific, like, point through the song where it keeps fucking pausing. Oh yeah, because you're... Oh yeah, I don't remember if I like asked you this, and it sounds like a stupid question, but like, do you guys call your winter summer? Do you call your winter winter? Again, it's a stupid question innately, because you probably call your winter winter because it's what it's fucking called. But it could be. So, okay, so your winter is winter, which is our summer over in the Americas. Cool. Bars. Alright, this one I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw one card, like slot thingy. Because I can dedicate a whole table, a whole like page to just this one tape. And I just copy, paste. Move slightly, rotate slightly. We're fucking laughing. Dude, I love this cover of Broadside to the Broadsword. It's so good. I tried Korra for the first time today because I got home a little bit early, so I had some time to just kind of fuck about in Warframe. I immediately fed her to my helmet, so I no longer have Korra. She was pretty fun while I had her though. Yeah. It's fucking cold, man. It's fucking cold. That's Irish. An Australian accent just like it. Whenever I try to do it, it just sounds British, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go jump. It's fucking cold, cold, coiled. My. Anyways, yeah. See, like, Strangledom was neat. It's so like whenever I play frames to level up, Farkin. Wait, whenever I play frames to level up, I usually go for like ability strength and efficiency, so I can just keep spamming it. And then like I look at what the abilities are, whatever the fuck. Like example, schematics bard. I'm drawing schematics. These are the schematics of Casino. But anyways, the like Atlas, when I was leveling up Atlas, I was like, huh, Landslide Fist is kind of funny in concept, because you just kind of like punch people and that's it. So I gave Landslide Fist like hella combo duration and just hella like damage, just raw fucking bludgeoning damage. And then for Atlas, I just all in on efficiency, negative range, negative duration, whatever I could do, just raw efficiency. And that was a lot of fun, because then like the punch, the Landslide Fist costed like 1 or like 2 energy. That shit was cheap as hell. What roulette? There's no roulette. When I say casino, I mean casino. There's no roulette. I thought about adding roulette, but yeah, no roulette. Hold on. Casinos have roulettes, yes, but my casino model doesn't. No Bard. It's already a character model. I'm not drawing a character model. I'm drawing the schematics of the character model. So I'm drawing a table. I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah, I had that one equipped. It was a lot of fun. I was one-shotting things. When I got to like 12 combo counter, I was one-shotting Eximus units that were like level like 60. And that is basically with like a damn near untouched like the mods I had equipped on the Whip Claw were like garbage. Also, Equinox is always a mod down. Oh, so recently in the Warframe community in Twitter, an image has been going around, which is like, oh, like, you know, like draw your, or not draw your frame, like here's like a list of fucking whatevers. Like show us like your first main and your first prime, stuff like that. You're a sham. But anyways, yeah, it's like you know, what frame you started with, and then your first prime. What frames you think are underrated? Whatever. And the GOAT, Rebecca herself, Warframe Rebecca, Warframe Reb. Fucking did it. Where is it? Where I can't find it anymore. Fuck. But anyways. So yeah, she like joined in on the trend, which was funny as hell. First off, she left out specifically. She left out her favorite proto frame. Yeah, like it's really cool seeing her just kind of like interact with the community. So yeah, so it's like this trend is going around, and you know, a bunch of people are just doing their shit. I saw so many Equinox like supporters out here. I was like, hell yeah. My friend deserves love. So the hell yeah. But anyways, so she filled out everything, but the most what frame needs a rework, what frame she wishes was better, and her favorite proto frame. She left out those three, but she filled out everything else. And in Rebecca's own words via that image, Revenant is overrated. Hilarious. It was so funny seeing that, because I was like, the hell yeah it is. Funny seeing Rebecca like do it, like call him out. I don't remember which frame she said was the most underrated. I want to say it was the Garuda or something like that. I think she said that the best caster frame was Dante, and the best gunner frame was like Mirage or something like that. Her first frame was like Excalibur. Her first prime was Excalibur. And I'm jealous I don't have Excalibur Prime. And I'll probably never get Excalibur Prime. Do you remember what else? I don't remember who she said was the most underrated. It was either Garuda or like Gara or something like that. I know the one, by her own words, the one with the best kit is Lavos, and the one of the most fun is Mesa. Honestly, what's the shit that like Spike from Cowboy Bebop said? A lot of people live by that saying. Like a lot of people do. That's fair. Like he said some shit like I love me a woman that would just like could kick my ass or some shit like that. Because then the table itself, I just do another layer on them. The table itself is like... The table itself is like something like this. From what I can tell. That looks awful, by the way. But hey, if it looked good, I wouldn't be doing this right now. I'd be making art. What? Oh, that's how you do it. That looks stupid. I'm so confused. What's the point of this? So what I'm hearing is, nope. How do I forgot to like rotate it, like because there's a way to like make it like protrude outward and shit like that. I just don't remember how. I mean, hell, this works. Like when as I'm reading that, I'm just picturing those like memes where they'll just take like a random like Wikipedia excerpt or some shit about like fucking, I don't know, black fungus, and they'll like at some point it'll say like monster, but it won't say monster. It'll be like, it's like monster. And they'll like draw like an arrow around it. It's just like a red circle, and it's just a fucking monster hunter. That's what I'm picturing right now. That was pretty great. That's fucking silly. I see something that's wrong with this. Just this side right here. It's not curved enough. That's better. Just because I'm just fucking like alarmed. That's like blinking. Kids Chi? I don't know what Kids Chi is. Ah, that's fair. Make it stupid. uh, uh. Because, like, in the end of the day, like, so the reason why my character knows the other versions of myself is because, like, I keep seeing my name in their files and quotes. Like, because, example, like, these schematics were not ones that I mean, these are ones I'm transcribing, but they're not the ones I made, if that makes sense. Like, it's just like, oh, I'm in my office, like, oh, damn, here is, like, a ledger that I don't remember ever writing. Huh, I see my name popping up, I see, you know, this and that, whatever, and then through extrapolate information from, you know, just fucking digging through a ledger, let's say, it's like, oh, like, I run an Assassin's Guild in some reality. It's good, like, the same things for this, like, oh, like, I came into, like, blueprints of, the casino table. And I'm like, huh. And, you know, transcribe them or something. Honestly, the table ended up pretty alright. Just crashing. I want to get more done though. I want to get at least one done, so I can open up a lore channel. This song is long. Don't start fucking restarting it, bro. Just a casino table lets you play 3 hands of blackjack while also rolling slots for bonuses. If you win everything, then it's like a, I don't know, 5 times payout or some shit. Big payout. The multiplier, how much, like, hear me out, at this table you can sit at by being one of the big spenders or whatever. Anyways, this table you can sit at by being one of the big spenders or whatever. You can play up to 3 hands of blackjack at once. However many hands of blackjack you win will increase the multiplier of the payout of the slots. And the slots you can input as much money as you want. Hear me out. And they advertise them having like a higher than average like winning odds or something like that. But of course it never fucking happens. I'm the house. I get to decide when it hits jackpot. I feel like my nose clogged. Let me save this so far. I gotta lock in. Yeah, I was thinking of some intriguing people that I've encountered somewhere recently that I also want to like reach out to. Them being fuck, what's your Lizzie Gearwin? Is there Lizzie? Is it Lizzie? I'm trying to remember. Fuck, she's not flying. Fizzle. Fizzy's nickname. Fizzle Gearwin. Because I like the concept. I like her concept. There's also a Henkiel? Is that pronounced? She does retro games. And I have started to realize that like there's a lot more female VTubers than there are male VTubers in the group. That my connections in quotes is severely lopsided. Because as far as the dudes that I know are all of like, sir, yes. Is there any other male VTubers that I talk with consistently? I know Nello, but I don't talk to Nello consistently. Hold on, I'm digging through stuff now. Yeah, it's all like a dude, and I wish I could like make the ratio not as like cringe, but like now that like most of the dudes that I've reached out to just don't. I gotta like unlopsided it. Oh yeah, there's this other guy that I don't know. Okay, so it's Lizzie Gearwin, there's Henkiel, I think it's pronounced. She does like retro games and stuff like that, which I am interested in because it's Zelda, or some of them are Zelda. But there's this guy. His name is like fucking Captain Freedom or some bullshit. Like, whenever I find something interesting that has a neat concept that they sell really well, I always try to like check out something about him. As an example, for like Biddlestone, who has the concept of like a cartoon down really fucking well, checked out some of her stuff. It's like cool and stuff, right? And like I like, you know, whatever. I'll reach out to her at some point. But fucking Captain Freedom or whatever the hell his name is, right? His bit. So I saw his like model and I was like, yeah, okay, this is giving like Contra. This is giving like 80s action hero. So I decided to go check out one of his streams one time. It was a VOD. Motherfucker started it by playing ads from the 80s. Not Twitch ads. His own ads. Not his own ads, but like ads from like back then. Which is surreal already. I was like, alright man, fucking whatever. And after like 4 minutes worth of ads, it was a while. It entered into like the scene of a character controlled by him talking to you as if you're like a cadet for his like thing for the Freedom Squad or what the hell he's the leader of, and they give you like a rundown of his lore. That shit was like cringe to the max, but it was cringy because things back then are cringy. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's really well done. He took the concept of, like, again, 80s action hero, cranked that shit up to fucking 1 billion, ran with it. His model has, like, a fucking 26-pack on that bitch. He's got wrist-mounted rocket launchers, because why not? Like, every single one, because he's got like 6 members in his squad or something. I don't know what the fucking lore is, but like every single one of them had like an awful pun attached to them. And again, like it works because of what like his bit is. If it wasn't that bit, brother, but it's that bit, so it works so fucking well. And it's like like he was talking about this fucking like shark hero that's part of his squadron. I do not remember the name of the shark, but all I remember is him going, the only thing worse than his bark is his bite. And I'm over here like, what the fuck? And again, anywhere else for the but because of that, oh hell yeah. Because of what the bit is, which is just the whole, again, fucking 80s whatever. It works. Because I'm like, yeah, I see it. It's the same print as like Power Rangers. And I don't know if I want to reach out to him because he like makes me cringe. As far as that, at least the intro makes me cringe in a good way. But I also don't know how he is, you know? All I know is that he's playing a character. And he plays Helldivers. And he got shot one time in the funniest bit ever because he was playing Helldivers with a friend. And then he goes, hey, yo, bro, at least make some content or some shit like that. And his friend just fucking blew his brains out. I was like, peak. That, your friend, hilarious. Oh, dude, what the fuck was I doing? Oh, yeah. I would change the color of the pencil to symbolize oh, dude, I don't know what to fucking do. Like, do I even like make notes for like the Jester hat? Because they're for the same reason why the J's are here, is for the Joker. This is also the same reason why there's 2 J's, not just one. Dude, I really like how the fucking slot machine turned out, by the way. That shit is clean. Nothing in this model is copy-pasted. Everything's drawn, like, on the go. That's also why, like, right here, where I'm drawing the black, is, it looks like that, where there's, like, a little white poking out. Also why, like, the lemon are not the same dimensions. I think the cherries are basically the same dimensions, but I know the strawberries are not. Oh, no, I lied. This thing right here is copy-pasted. This is the only thing that's copy-pasted, is the boundary of turds. What if I just like... That's it. My Geyer is done, I think, later today. I have another frame of... No, my Valkyrie is done later today. My Geyer is done tomorrow. So I guess if I have some free time tomorrow, I'm gonna be leveling up Valkyrie to just feed her to the helmet. And then my Ragno and Nyx Prime are gonna be done in 3 days. I'm not gonna use them. I still have Caliban Prime and some other Prime, I don't remember their name, in my forge. They've been done crafted for the past like month. I dealt with my Kuva Lich finally. Him taking my sure-footed pissed me off, so I kicked his ass. I spedrun what I could, which was most of it. Anyways, yeah, like I want to get more dudes in my VTuber circle. Sadly, there's all of like none of them that want to talk to me. It's just fine by me. I do not give a damn. Oh, none of this is the right layer. Whatever. And then Gearwin. I was gonna reach out to her today to join her Discord server, and so I was doing just a little bit of research or whatever. She's looking for collab partners that are women, so I don't count. And her reasoning behind it, I haven't asked her. This is just extrapolated from a conversation within her general chat. The reason why she's after specifically women this time is because she has too many dudes in the circle. And I'm like, I'm suffering of the exact opposite problem. Although I don't really collab with any of the people that I know. Mostly because my schedule is fucking stupid. Alright, Dashes, how we feeling about this one? Does this look silly enough for you? A bit, make it smaller then. Like that. She looks like a fucking Power Ranger. This is like part of a Megazord right here. This is like the shield or something. There's this game that I want to try out sometime called can't say I can flip it in a stupid way so I can torture my friends with it. The whole point of can't say is first team to 15 points wins. You draw 3 cards, one person describes the cards without saying what they are, the other person guesses what those cards are. And if you get all of them, no, you draw 6 cards, but you do 2 at a time. Anyways, this is interesting. But yeah, if you get all 6 right, you get 1 point, which sounds like the game might take a while if you're going for 15 points. However, whenever the team that's guessing, like whenever that duo, the team that's it on the pedestal, right, let's call it that for now, say any version of the word so filler words, the enemy team gets just a whole point. And every 5 points you get a modifier, and that can be some shit like, yeah, you can't use any words that start with the letter S. It's like, damn, what the fuck? And it sounds interesting. And I want to do it now, but I still need my fucking spelling bee. I gotta finish that. There's also the fucking metronome battle. There's so much shit to do. There's not enough time to do it. Also for the text, I would because I don't know what to write here. I'm just gonna be fucking like 3. Spots. I had a better image in my mind about some things. Where I'm like, like, can I just say real quick, Dashes, that like the quality of the slot machine is insane, unironically. That shit is clean. Yeah. Okay, hear me out. Copy, file, new, whatever. Boom. Unlock that. Then delete. Boom. Add this. So I leave this. Yeah. Question, should I make my own pencil-based rendition of the model? Or should I just just fucking copy paste the model over? You got me lost. Because I can have multiple like versions of this. Like as an example, like I could make this like table one specifically talking about like blackjack and like how it impacts the model in quotes. I can have like this page right here be of the like model itself. Having the two different things on the sides, like you said, and having this one be yeah. I could have this page here be page 0 and be the one that you see whenever you go to like click on it or whatever. It's the first one, and this is gonna have the like. This like the primary page, let's say, right? I'll probably size everything up in a second so I can just like fill up the empty space because it's too empty at the moment. And have this one specifically talking about fuck. And have this one specifically talking about how the fuck? Wait, where is that? It's in the fucking back. I am so excited to see this, Dash, as you even know. It looks like a fucking face, it just always does. Question, Dashes. from a reader's standpoint, because I know, theoretically, like I already know all this stuff. So there's more like to show off to people what I have done of all this stuff, right? From a reader's standpoint, he looks like a fucking... that table looks like it's just so done with existence in the second image. Yeah, like I'm probably gonna end up doing like shading to some minor degree, and or like smudging in a similar way to how I did the barnacle. Because I don't know if you noticed, but like the barnacle was in fact shaded to some degree. But yeah, the barnacle was in fact like shaded to some degree. But anyways, from a reader's standpoint, Dashas, should I have... Are they all drawn in the same layer? Whatever. Should I have... I think there might be a crayon. What the fuck is this? Oh. These all look the exact same. There's no Perfector's crayon. Where is it? I'm pretty sure I've seen it. That's probably about as close as we're gonna get, sadly. Whatever. Anyways, so from a reader's standpoint, do you think it'd be better? it just looks fucking angrier. Looks like a furnace being, like a furnace automaton. But anyways, back to what I was saying. A pencil? I don't know about a crayon. Crayons break real easy. Well, actually, so the thing is that a researcher would more than likely have pen. Because that's... some colored pencils. Anyways, a researcher would more than likely have pen. However, the reason why I use pencil is because of pens just don't last as long. As in, should I fall in water? Should I get near lava for whatever fucking reason, some shit? Pens just aren't it. If it's really cold, I can't use them. If it's too hot, they don't stick well. Should the mechanism fail in some way, shape, or form, whatever. With a pencil, at the worst that I'm ever gonna have to do is just grab a knife and sharpen it on the go. That's the reason for the pencil. Pencils are also a fair bit sturdier than pens, in personal experience. Where the fuck did I dropped my pen? Where is it? Yeah, but that's like back at the lab. Where the fuck is my pencil? Where? There it is. Yeah. Anyways, now what I was gonna say is the reason why I don't have colored pencils is because of the innate like dangers of the whole expeditions. Usually, given that we go to places such as the library. Hold on. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. Also, these are done at base, so I could actually use a color pencil for this. I moved to chat. Get moved again. Fucking losers. Oh. It's like a sticky note color. So it's like I mean, the ideal, because the thing is that, like, so, I don't remember if I told you guys, but I want to make dossiers of people that I meet. Like, Aether's gonna get one, Primrose is gonna get one, which is somebody you guys haven't met. Mordraga's gonna get one. Katana, if she ever gets lore, then she's getting one. Sir Yes is gonna get one. But anyways, so, I wanna learn how to, like, make actually, like, proper, like, research notes. Like, as an example, like, for those dossiers, I'm gonna have actual, like, things like height, species, dimensions, like, whatever the fuck. Anyways, back to this. So you're telling me the hidden one of these. That's probably too much of the paper already being taken, but whatever. We don't talk about it. That's like the perfect sticky note color. It's just jarring enough. And it makes sense for me to use the shape, so I actually keep it straight in this one too. Anyways, hold on. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with it? Yeah, I think I've already mentioned it, but Streamlabs is actually shutting down, so I'm gonna have to get a different. Like, I think Lego Indiana Jones did something like that, where it was, they would like take like pictures, and so the picture would be like fucking whatever, it was like super high quality, and then like tape the pictures down to the fucking notebook, and then within the notebook it would be like shit drawn in pencil, like I've been doing. Yeah, hold on. I have an idea. I also gotta ask Scratchback how he gets his paper effects. So like I see. I think it okay. Dasha's question. Because technically speaking, I have never like actually seen the models. For reasons that will go into lore once I actually start writing down the lore. I don't know how to get my hands on a Polaroid. Unless, do you think that an inventor, like someone that's designing, let's say, machinery for a casino, so like slot machines and stuff like that, do you think they would take pictures of them, of the finalized model, or do you think they would just have like the drawing? In which case, if it's just a drawing, I know I have, again, like I'm pretty sure there's a brush somewhere in here that just makes it look like this one or something. Hold on. Like this one, I can have like Yeah, they have cameras everywhere, but like, would they take a picture of like the actual final model? Is what I'm saying. Like, because like, in the case of Casino here, so the casino exists in a reality in which I cannot access because of things I'm gonna explain in the lore. I know the casino exists because of how objects interact within HQ, which I will get into the lore as well. So like, I can see the blueprints for this machine. I can see the concept art for this machine in quotes. Because of the materials that, like, the paper that it was drawn on, that was like made on, used to like make the paper, right? But like, I don't have access to the cameras because the cameras are not made with the same material. I don't have access to the casino because the casino is in a different reality. Very confusing, I know. Hell no, I don't. Yeah, you're talking. Are you talking about like when you take over Arthur, or are you talking about the Calumet sequence? Which is like, I think you're just talking to fucking Lotus, and she has a fucking pager. Am I willing to co-op? Okay, because like, the thing is that because of how dimensions work, no one from our dimension could, in theory, go to the other dimension. To the alternate version of the dimension. So example, like, or because of how I've conceptualized dimensions within my universe, everyone in the survey team can never access the casino. Technically speaking, when casino is like on, so not accidentally. So the way, so okay, here let me explain to you, right? So HQ sits in its own dimension, as you could probably guess because I keep calling it dimensional maze. And it is a very barren dimension. It's got just like a couple of things, like very, you know, it's got crystals and trees essentially, nothing crazy. But because of how HQ functions, it keeps its continuity across dimensions, and it'll keep. So like, if you make a hole in dimension in version 1 of HQ, the hole will be there in version 2 of HQ. The reason why it doesn't really get in the way is because things that are made with materials from from HQ, the home dimension of HQ, don't maintain that property because the properties are innate to the dimension and its materials. But example, like the paper for my notebook in quotes, it's made from the trees here. So like, other versions of me can see my notebook. Which is now, fuck, I want to stop ads before that started. Because I'm gonna stop it. I mean, honestly, I'm having fun. Plus, after I finished streaming, I more than likely would have just kept drawing anyways. But anyways, so things made from the materials of this realm stay in all versions of the realm. The reason why we don't see a lot of them is because we get a lot of our material from other realms. We have things like an iron mine in Satisfactory. I would not know. I don't remember that name, but sure. Anyways, so we get like essentially all of our iron ore in large quote unquote quantities. I'll explain that later within the lore as well. We get all of our iron ore from like Satisfactory, let's say. Not all of it, but like a good portion of it from Satisfactory. That ore doesn't have the continuity property, so that ore is only an R version of HQ. We get a lot of our paper from places that have like big trees because we can mass produce paper there. I made my notebook out of this paper because when we first got here, it was essentially all we had at the time. So I was like, yeah, I'll just fucking make something real quick. and then I learned of this property. That's neat. That's hilarious. But yeah, so learning of the property, of the materials of this place, because other versions of me probably think in a very similar way to me. So if I'm making a notebook of the paper from here, all of them are probably doing something with the paper from here, and then that led me to encounter blueprints and the such. The reason why I'm not giving notebooks like these to everyone is because that would just make a shit show. Whose notebook is whose, you know? And that's why there's not a lot of them. So I'm not particularly connected. So like, unlike Faust, I'm not connected to any other version of myself. I don't know what they're thinking. But because I'm myself, I can always guess what they're thinking. And they wouldn't give everyone notebooks that keep their continuity, because that would just make a trillion fucking notebooks, and I'm just gonna hate myself. Because now there's just fucking books everywhere. So instead, example, like I got my field notebook or whatever, the casino's got their blueprints, the automatons got their blueprints, the maids got their ledger. And it's just like little things here and there that I get to, like, I guess, interact with if I so wished. So now that I think about it, I could get a picture of it. I could 100% get a picture of it. It just depends on whether or not I would help myself, which I would. There it is. I think I would help myself, which means that I could probably get a picture of this, which means that now I get to do this. The other thing is that, do I want to go like all in so hard that like, hold on. Kulus. I recognize your name, but I don't remember who you are. I'm gonna assume you're, what's her name? Mura's goons. How you doing? Creep shots of each other. Yes, like unironically, if I had access to talking to versions of me from different realities, I would, and I would study them. So yes, correct, Dashes. That is a right interpretation. Good job, you did it. Also, how you doing, Kulus? I'm pretty sure you're from Mura's crew. Very confident in this. Oh yeah, Dasha, do you think I should go like all out and try to like give it like a vintage feel to make it seem like it's a Polaroid? It's good enough. 500 pixels by 500 pixels. A random background of sorts. I gotta talk to her. I think the last time we talked, like the last time we said anything was what? 5 days ago, I think? I hope she's doing well. It's been a minute since I've seen her stream. Yes, you are one of Murray's goons. Wait. Fuck. That's cool. Dosh is you're fucking actually like on fire right now. Shit. Would you happen to know I needed a tab, right? Would you happen to know what stream was it that I said like I want to be automaton or whatever? Okay, that's a cool ass idea. Yeah, that's fair. Like the thing is that like you guys barely clip me to begin with, so I don't even know if I have a clip in which I'm using a skin. Well, I definitely have a clip in which I'm using a skin, but I don't know if I have a clip in which I'm using a casino. I see one with maid. And the other issue is the fort as well. Fortuna. You guys use Fortuna a lot, so a lot of those are just kind of kaput already. I see automata. Oh, I found one casino, which is me going I am random chance. I can like fate. Oh. Okay. I found one where I'm doing Octopath. You see, Donch, this is what you're on payroll. You're fucking. You're the goat, man. Bigger screenshot. Nope. There, I did it. Managed it. Oh, you can't see the hat because the background's so dark. Fuck. Maybe instead of this one, I'm I think this one. Yes, that's better. Reprint this face. Hold on, because I remember that one. That's when I blamed it like 4 fucking times. Yes. Okay, which one is better? Because so I have this one. Oh, that's. I got this one. That's really small. Why is it so small? I like specifically like zoomed in too. It's keeping its quality so far. Yeah, they're like small. Why are they small? They shouldn't be this small. This is like taking up my whole fucking screen. Yeah. Okay, so like what happens if I do this? Is it gonna be small again? Okay, that's manageable. That right there, that's some good stuff. That's how I rotate it. Found it. Trying to figure out how to like. Nope. Alright, whatever. I'll just manually delete it. No, this is good. is good. Grab like masking tape is kind of the same color as this, but like a little brighter. Like masking tape is about that color, isn't it? Or it's like translucent too, actually. You know? Do you think tape is better? Or do you think like a pin or like you just said paper clip? What do you think would make the most sense, Dashes? Because I could have tape, have that being the center, and then have all the parts around it, or I could have like a paper clip like on the top left, let's say, and then have a blanking out. Okay. I guess wherever I place it is probably just gotta be dependent on like how it feels once I like actually like do it all, you know? Is that tape enough? Does that feel like tape? I don't know if it feels like tape. Found it. Maybe brighter? Which one do you feel like? Which one do you think just looks more tape-like? Grab a couple different colors. Okay, that's the original. Cool. This is some good stuff. This is some real good stuff. I have got to say, good shit, Dosh. This gives me like a baseline to like for the dossiers of like, again, of like Primrose, of Aether, stuff like that. Like I can just go to like the stream, grab a fucking screenshot, and just that's the one. Yes, sir. God, that shit looks fucking nice as hell. Spicy. For the mix, because I forgot that technically speaking, the Jester Crown is that layer. Go. Perfect. Oh, there's like a little phantom, like fuck, there's fucking phantom images on there. Right. What about now? That's better. Anything else that looks kind of off anywhere? Not really. Perfect. All right, so yeah, like I could either have this like at the center here, and just have like the different aspects of it as an example. Let's say I move the table up to like here. Right. Keep the Joker card down there, move the slot machine up one. Stop pausing. Well, now I think about it. Pretty sure it's only like these three things that really matter: the Joker card, and then Joker card, the table, and then the So I could have it like this. I gotta say that yellow that shit looks nice. Should I give a border to the picture? I mean, it's a little too late for that. I'll have to like go back a bunch. Just fine if I have to do it. Really not. Because images are printed like this now, aren't they? So this probably just is better. Pretend it's like laminated or something. I really feel like it needs something that makes it look like lamination. I'll probably just look for an effect. And somewhere it's like this fill layer, just like do that. But anyways. It's so empty though. Is this good enough? I mean, this is just like the equivalent of like the barnacle image, which is supposed to just be like the thing. If I need to make it bigger, I could always just like do these. I like this. This is fine. Oh yeah, so way earlier dashes. Hold on. Remember when I asked you about like from a reader's perspective, and I don't think I ever finished that thought. So from a reader's perspective, Dashes, would you rather me make 3 separate extra pages, right, for this casino thing, talking about each of these things and how they affect the model in some way? As an example, like within universe, let's say like how I mentioned earlier, this specialized table has room for 3 blackjack games, and depending on how much you win, how much you win in the blackjack games, that gives you a multiplier towards the slots. But like at the same time, they're like, for 1 page, it's like really short. That's all of like a paragraph, and then that's just it. So from a reader's perspective, do you think it'd be better if I just like condensed all of the machinery into one image, into like one detailed image in quotes, and similar to how the table's detailed right here? Or do you think I should just have an image for each one, followed by a paragraph for each one? So it's either one image having everything, and then one like long in quotes paragraph, or have separate images with shorter paragraphs. What say you? That's fair. Okay. That's more or less what I was thinking, is that like I probably would want separate pages, but at the same time, I don't want it to like feel like a slog on average. Because again, like, I mean, the people that are gonna want to read lore are gonna read it anyways, and people that don't care about lore aren't even gonna touch it. Like, for the people that do want to read it, I also don't want to make it feel like it's too much. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, ah, damn, like, all this could have just been condensed into one thing. Like, damn, your homie's yapping. just don't want to draw 10 symbols. Which I don't have to. How's that look? And this would be like the paragraph explaining how the blackjack affects the whole thing, right? That's just this image. That's the blackjack image. Now the slot machine. Or what do you call it? Pokies? Now time for the pokey. Fuck. That's the wrong layer. Stop being stupid, hand. That's better. That just doesn't feel right. Like, the way that lever was placed just didn't feel quite right. That's a little better. I swear to fuck. God damn. About to throw hands. I don't know how slot machines work. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if they spew out money like as is, or if they give you like tokens, like if they give you chips. I see. I see. Does this make sense? Whatever the fuck I drew there? I just kind of drew something. So far, is this making sense? Alright. I've never been inside a casino. Sure. Yeah. Why not? I know the new ones have like a bunch of bullshit up here. That's like extra work that I'm not willing to put in. Especially because I don't really particularly know what the hell's happening, you know? Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I mean, I'm kind of stuck to having a handle because of that. That bad boy right there. This absolute goober right here. So it needs to have a handle. The last one's the Joker. How do you think the Joker should function? Also, I don't, because like all these don't particularly have any like a lot of drawing going on, so I don't know if I would need to like actually do some smudging. I did catch a part right here, because I would have drawn the card for a table, obviously. So if I'm drawing the cards up here, I'm gonna be smudging this right here. Good idea. So if winning blackjack increases the multiplicative of like it increases the jackpot of the slots, it increases the output of the slots. I haven't heard Tally Ho, by the way. Let it be known. Tally Ho should have played by now, but fucking whatever. Yes, Dashes. What are you on my gun about? Oh, please show me. That's just about to be peak. Tort. Sloth. The sloth baguette. Cabero Grills BS1220. That lever is fucking huge, by the way. It's not far, but that's fair enough. At least it's not a slot machine. get an anime of like a notepad flipping through pages, but I'm just not skilled enough. Copy, new, create, paste, unlock, select, right click, and move. Clown face. Not necessarily. I think some of them sometimes have just them like juggling and shit. Oh, I could do comedy. I can't make it look like teeth, and it's pissing me off. That's good enough. It's a fucking turret. Sloth. Retort. I don't want to drop the rest of this. Probably best to just keep it like that. Oh, I know what's happening. It doesn't look like a mask. That's why it looks stupid. That's how we fix it. take care of the music in a second. That looks so much better, by the way. Tort. I'm still gonna not gonna like put that much detail into the rest probably. That's good enough. Oh no, I'm guessing my Wi-Fi has just been really unstable because of the fact that it's been like pseudo storming, which is probably why it keeps pausing as well. It's pissing me off, but I just gotta deal with it. Anyways, that looks good. That looks real good. It's off center. Let me fix that. That's a little better. Oh, that's funny. The fact that you can tell when I'm tabbed out is funny as shit, by the way. Ah, that's okay. I'm still trying to figure out for the function of the Joker. I like the whole idea of like double or nothing, but then like people put everyone to take it, especially when the payout's that big already. So maybe something with the slots. There's a Joker in the blackjack deck and the slots, and if you get a Joker at a given point, you just fucking lose all your money. The Joker in the blackjack is good, in the slots is bad. Hear me out. Like the bastard Jokers are. Which is precisely the reason why I identify with a wild card that is a Joker. But anyways, I think that's good enough to this is good stuff. Yeah, we got Casino here. I am Dasha's. You're a cool guy. That's what you are. Never in a billion years would I have unless I hadn't like if I had played like let's say Life is Strange again, which I don't think I'll ever replay because I already beaten it once. But if I were to replay Life is Strange, I would have more than likely seen that picture. And then if I had been thinking of the dossiers, I would have thought about doing that, the whole tape on this. But that's like such a perfect storm that statistically it would have never happened. This idea right here of having the fucking tape and then having a screenshot of a stream in which I used it is so fucking cool. That shit is sick. Smart as hell. And it gives me, because the rest of the people that I want to do it for also stream. So I can just, do it whenever they're streaming. And or I can just, ask them to just fucking pop up in the game and just start yapping. Or just take a picture in quotes. The Scrivener in me is like, hell fucking yeah. Start attaching fucking, where is it? Red string to this bitch, And it's like another picture. It's fucking another picture. I guess it would be, because the string always droops. It's rarely ever actually like taut. Yeah, and that mindset's based. You should keep it. It's cool. It's sick as hell. And this is while I am very introverted and I hate like interacting with people and I hate being noticed, one of my favorite things to do in life is it boils down to interacting with people as much as I hate it, because I encounter people like you that have such a different like view of mine when it comes to things. Because of the experiences from the experiences you've gathered, you're saying that you do simple but distinct implementations or whatever. I often over-engineer everything, and like the stuff that I come up with isn't bad. This is cool to me. And I'm like, damn, like that shit's gas. And it's the same thing with like the automaton, same thing with like the mate or whatever. The mate is simple but it's effective. The automaton is cool because it's highly detailed. But like never in a trillion years would I have ever fucking thought about doing this. That's badass. Had I never, if I had never interacted with you in some way, shape, or form, I would have never been able to actually manage this. I would have still gotten the idea of doing the dossiers because that's something else. But this right here, the chances of me thinking of this, fucking impossible. And now that I've seen it, the one thing again, I love learning logic. I love learning things and applying them. Now that I've seen this, I'm never forgetting it. I'm using this for so many more things now because it makes sense now. Like it makes sense for those like cooking. You're cooking. I'm glazing you, Dashes. Get glazed. God, this shit's so cool. The fucking tape. That shit's the cherry on top. On God, on God. And like, this is just a fucking table, but like it's at like a Lunite. Fuck. Anyway, so like Lunite was the one that it initially told me like about the smudges, and I was like, I wanted to do them, but I didn't know how or whatever. And she like gave me the idea of using the blend brush. Ever since then, like right here, that because of how my hand position is whenever I'm drawing for like the cards up there and stuff like that, that little corner is essentially the only thing I touch at the table, but I touch it a lot while drawing the cards, so it makes sense for that to be smudged. In the same way that like nothing else really makes sense for it to be smudged, because my hand just kind of avoids everything else. And it's the same thing with like the barnacle. The barnacle is a lot more smudged than like any other page in that place. But the other ones, like the places where they are smudged, is usually because there's either a lot of graphite, the concentrated, which just makes the smudge easier, or because my hand just happens to be there a lot as I'm like drawing or writing or whatever. Without Lunite, I would have never thought about doing that. The blend brush. And once again, fucking, I meet someone, they show me an interesting technique. I get this right here, this shit right here, this tape Question: before I end stream, because I'm gonna end stream soon, should I like go like should I like make like little like ridges on the tape? Should I like hit me like one of these type thing? That's just like, unless you're like looking for it, unnoticeable. But it's a little extra sauce. No, yeah. Back when I used to write in cursive a lot, because my first like 5 years of school, we were required to write in cursive. My hand would smudge quite a bit. Yeah, like these ridges, fucking invisible to the naked eye. But when you notice them, you go, damn. Because of course the tape would be fucking broken like that, you know? And of course they're like uneven, because it's just how like that's just how it always ends up. Again, fucking, unless you're looking for it, invisible. But I know it's there, and there might be someone else out there who looks through my Lord someday. I will keep that in mind. Want to make like Dossier 6? Once I'm, you know, my different models and some friends or whatever the hell, right? Once I make all like those ones, because because my character's trying to make them like as official as possible in quotes, you know, if they would try to like avoid it, to have something that would stand out, such as a piece of tape that is not uniform in quotes. Exactly. Once I'm in like Dossier like 6 or 8, you know, out there. Once I've like been doing this for a while, it would just make sense for my character to either just be tired of it and just like slips their mind or something. Like let's say I make a dossier on because someone's in mind right now, Mordraga, who is an eldritch being. Maybe the research took so long to like actually compile all of it into like proper diagrams and such, that when I went to make, like when I went to go take the picture in quotes, when I taped it in, it just fucking slipped my mind, because everything else just took so much more effort. And I just posted it. It's like, yeah, fucking, if you look at it, that shit's right there. Because that would make sense. That makes the universe feel alive. That makes it feel like it's lived in, like it exists outside of the players. Also, do I want to make this some shit like this? But anyways, that is one thing that I do try to do my best in D&D, is to make sure that the universe feels like it would keep existing, whether the players like it or not. Whether they interact with it, whether they do stuff with it, does not fucking matter to the universe. It just keeps on treading, because that's just what makes sense. And this is cool as hell. And like, again, the fucking tape having like these little ridges, that just adds extra detail, even if everything is like super low effort. As you can, like, just look at the fucking drawings. They're not even good. They're just here to get like one central idea out. The detailed drawings are the ones that happen in the later pages. But like, it just makes sense, and that's cool. That's, you know, that's the spice of lore. That's, you know, the cool shit. But anyways, I'm getting sleepy. Time to head out here. I greatly appreciate your help, Dashis. It has advanced me beyond leaps and bounds, one might say. Yep, I'll be back tomorrow with Zelda. Yeah, let me do this as I look to see. Oh no, yeah, the panels. I don't remember if I if I got to mention it, but the panels, the way that they're gonna work, is that I want them to be a whiteboard, and I want it to be the saying that I've made official that we never use other than me, which is explore, expand, experiment, exploit. I want to have all those words be written, and if you click on the image that has those words, then they would take you somewhere, you know, or whatever. It's an example, like let's take expand. That would be like all my socials, or if I ever get a card website, it would be like the card website, because it's like or that would be like either explore, expand, whatever the fuck. Experiment would be I don't fucking know. My other channels or some shit. It doesn't expand should probably be the other channels, but like that's what I want to do. I want to have like a whiteboard theme to it in quotes. Yeah. I mean, well, no. Yeah. Yes and no. No and yes. That I don't know if I want to have my Discord there yet. Maybe one day. And I will keep that in mind, because that sound, again, like that image right there that you painted in my brain is tickling it just right. But yeah, like hold on. It's explore, expand, experiment, exploit. Explore would be, I don't know what explore would be, because expand would make sense for that to be like, here's all my socials, where it's Twitter, YouTube, etc., etc. Experiment, I had an idea, but I don't remember what it was. And exploit would be donations. Just exploit is donations, period. I'm exploiting you guys because I'm a mastermind. Yeah, I'll figure something out. But like that's what I want to do for the new panels, is to have like 4 or 6 panels, and then within those panels have the whiteboard. Yeah, like, man, I'm excited to actually make the panels. One issue is that I have to like make it look like a whiteboard, so I have to like find a way to like give it some shine in a way that doesn't look jarring. Because whiteboards are notably like white and shiny, but because they're white and shiny, they often look slightly gray. But anyways, and yeah, I'll figure out what to do with fucking explore and then the experiment as well. I don't know what experiment would be. What do you think? Because like I want all of them to link to something else, and ideally one of them would probably also be credits in case I do end up getting art from other people, like for overlays and stuff like that, which I see myself getting eventually. Explore would probably be those, because those are often like businesses or whatever. It's like, explore other shit or whatever the fuck. Then expand would be like YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, fucking whatever. Experiment would be, I don't know what experiment would be. And exploit is donations. But whatever. That'll come in time. I'll figure that out at some point. And then, like, the reason why I'm thinking of 6 images is because I might want to have like the silhouette of my character looking at the whiteboard in like image 5. So it's like image 1 would be explore. Image 2 would be like blank. Image 3 would be experiment, or it would be expand. Image 4 is then experiment. Then it would be an image with like my silhouette. That would be image 5, and then image 6 is exploit. And then if you look at it with a big enough desktop, then it's gonna look cool or something. I hope. No, like the one annoying thing is that I can't always make it look a specific way. Yeah, it's time to spit. Anyways, I can't make it look a specific way because of like I can't control the aspect ratios of other people's PCs. Sadly. There it is. So like I just have to deal with that, which is fine. But yeah. This is productive. Good shit, Dashes. You and Hermit always bring some intriguing ideas. Hermit wants me to be cheeked up for some reason. I still don't get it, but whatever. Anyways, that's double reaching. It is time for me to be gone. If I do ever end up adding, one thing I'm gonna do right as soon as stream is over, so I don't forget about it, is add a bot to Discord so I can drop my Discord link just here and there every once in a while to do the whole like, boy de doy, if you got the right answer, you make it in. If you don't, you get fucking shot in the head. But if I ever do end putting the Discord link in that in the panels, having that folder of dossiers is fucking peak. Especially if it's like in like a little like folder holder or something like that on the whiteboard. I'm picturing that shit right now. That shit is so good. But that'll be for later me. Anyhow. Thinking out there. Oh, tomorrow will be Zelda as expected. I've been very excited to play more Zelda, and if Bart spoils even a single other thing to me, I will just fucking shoot her. She's been warned. Oh, ooh, dude, because I'm ending, my stomach reminded me that I need food, and I like took a whiff of the air. My mom's cooking something. That shit smells so fucking good. But anyways, drink water, eat food. Can't think of anything, and cannot think of anything else to say. Have a good rest of the day, y'all. I drop a pencil. Well,